Rah.
I dramatically welcome you to a dramatic episode of Dramatic Tales of Dramatic Arise. Are we dramatic?
Hi.
Hi. I get the music. I would hope I would get the music. It's just when it plays in the background as a waiting music, it's a little melodramatic.
Ominous.
No, it crossed the line from ominous. Dramatic hi, dramatic Drake. Dramatic thank yous for the dramatic hi, Drake. Which I saw steps dramatically.
Dramatic hello, dramatic Drake.
I'm going to not dramatically eat this orange before I burn out the joke.
Dramatic gasp.
It's already too late.
Can't actually sprint.
Probably related to that your body is feeling dead.
I'm just saying, like, gameplay-wise, you can't sprint.
That's a nice touch, isn't it? Fortunate that it seems to be a short area.
Oh no, that looks like the way we want to go. And I don't think we want to go that way yet.
Why don't you want to go that way yet?
Why would I want to go that way? That looks like the way to go. Have we truly and properly explored everything around here? Like, look at this grass. This grass right here.
Oh, what's cheap?
What if there's something hidden in that grass?
You can't get to what's in that grass. Can you jump? Oh,
Nope.
Dolphin can't jump.
Cannot jump.
Again, I go to Alpin is feeling pretty half dead.
Huh. But what if there is something hidden in that grass?
Well, you can't get to it.
But what if I wait here long enough? Maybe it'll be curious. Maybe it'll think I'm not living anymore because I'm standing still.
It's not the grass you're worried about.
I don't know. It's not the grass I'm worried about. I'm worried about what might be in the grass.
Don't start that attributing agency thing. That's where we got some very yikesy ideas from.
I like these. Look at these short little trees.
I forgot how ridiculous everyone here is. It was nice.
Look at this rock.
It was very nice.
These pioneers used to ride these bad boys for miles.
I don't think that's even remotely true.
And look at the water. We can splash in the water. Splash, splash, splash.
Kind of underwhelming on that front.
I decided I would pay for premium mech quests. Funny happened. When I tried to pay with the card, it would have had to pay 20% more. With PayPal, it was cheaper. Ew.
Yeah,
Starfish! Starfish attacked!
This isn't Crossworlds.
Run away from the starfish! Run away from the starfish!
No, that's a load line. What the hell, Nix? What the hell?
My headache came back.
Shion. Hi. Damn it.
It's time to flex our muscles. Ow.
He's not taking that well.
So I'm assuming... Yeah, can't use the flaming edges.
It's a little sad that you couldn't get that perfect kill. Can you not do your boost attack?
I haven't tried yet.
Oh, I thought you were pressing something.
No, I mean, I was pressing something. It was, you know, try to dodge. Because otherwise I was stuck there. I can do the boost attack. It is nowhere near as fancy as it used to be.
Yeah, it's just like the basic boost attack.
Oh.
This should do it.
Ugh.
Dragon swarm. Dragon swarm.
I am still not a huge fan of it queuing up. It's like if I double tap it real quick, it will just use it twice in a row.
This should do it. It's on.
That probably is a thing that gets us the most in this game, yeah.
Double demon fang. Double demon fang. Dragon swarm. Megasonic thrust. Dragon swarm. Eternal devastation. Dragon swarm.
Surprise, surprise that I'm using Dragon Swarm repeatedly.
Dragon swarm. Megasonic.
It's just like Mitigate and using anything labeled ice, right?
Pretty much.
Here I come. I'm not done. Here I come. Dragon swarm. Plasma shock. Stardust. Here I come. No escape. Crush. Dragon swarm. Dragon swarm.
I think it's because of how old Arctic's Entertainment, their most well-known products are. Probably had to get a third party for card payments. Yeah. Alphen, pain. You have to remember, you know,
Alvin?
can't just ignore everything.
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
And Shion?
Finwell. Where are we?
She got adopted by crazy cloaky guy.
Karos, Volron's realm. Remember?
I mean, I
Ushered
guess
by the
technically
waves
wouldn't be
straight to
missing
the
then.
enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I can't tell if Dohalim doesn't want to pry, or if he thinks that genuinely.
Renwell, retired Avenger. Holy Lance. Huh. Gonna keep saving up for anti-dragon damage. I guess. It's nice that Rinwell's actually getting more and more titles, though. And not just, hey, you know, find a bunch of things.
Give me a second.
Glad you're getting back into an old game you like, though. Great. That can always be fun.
Let's see what you've got.
Here I come! Dragon swarm!
What?
Eat dirt!
I was still expecting giant fire.
Dragon swarm!
Benediction light.
Plasma shock!
Lightning condemned! Thunder blade!
An astral.
That's my cue.
Rotating. Shut him down. Now or never.
Wait, but I was holding both. Game. Can Alpha not? Oh yeah, no, because I think his did use the blazing sword.
Demon
Not in your
Oh, wait.
dreams.
I forgot I can do that now. Oh.
Dragon swarm!
More with action.
Either I was doing something wrong, or Alphen cannot use his overlimit, thing.
Light burst forth.
Radiant citizen.
Like,
Nothing.
oh, just okay.
Behold.
Why is it only nothing, stream?
Tectonic.
Stream Elements has been kind of slow lately.
Huh.
Rinwell. Light burst forth.
Radiant citizen.
Onward and upward.
I keep trying to hit the right button for A. Oh. Gotta look right past it.
I think it's over there. Oh,
Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Oh, hey,
Really?
calling it out there.
Oh, but that means...
Probably.
so you did understand it?
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
There,
Where?
the deep blue one.
Oh.
I thought I saw, but I wasn't sure entirely.
Can not access it from this side.
Looks like that.
No.
X from here.
Yeah.
He can't jump either.
Nope. Can't sprint either.
Probably so players don't work around it.
Yeah. Huh.
There you
Oh.
go.
Really? From here? Huh.
Because you're probably seeing its face. Also, eye patch.
The right eye patch. Why couldn't we have gotten this before Alphen got his face back? It was his right eye that was covered. Wait, I definitely would have thrown an eye
You're
patch
saying
on.
we should check the owl forest?
Quickly try to throw one on, see if it helps him.
You're right, you're right, you're right. Oh, I think we already did the joke because we have a left eye patch. Okay, dog tail, dog ears. That's easy enough.
What if we were both eye patch it? You were about to do it.
was doing. I mean, he doesn't need his eyes to see. Look at the beginning of the game. He was wandering around with a full mask.
I know, right? To see without seeing, and other fake poetic stuff.
Huh, for some reason it won't let us fast travel. But I want to go to the owl forest.
You lose it for 2 seconds for dramatic effect. You're already pretty upset here.
Oh, but the owl
Do you
forest.
send one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh, I saw Shiny over there.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah. And now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
The pain thing or the history thing?
I got my memory back.
Ah, the history thing.
You could still pull a plot twist. Please don't tell me you're skipping it because we
So,
don't.
what did you
Oh.
remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
What does that mean?
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
Congrats on almost being done with it.
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
She's your dream girl, huh?
A maiden?
That time.
What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imaris.
Imaris? As in Shion Imaris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve,
Morning,
didn't
Jules.
turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
Aww.
It's understandable
I
to be
wonder.
doubtful.
In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
Grandpa Alphen. No wonder why his hair is white.
Mm-hmm.
Bad time. Bad time.
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for
Hey,
it to
Jade.
slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, Turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me.
Very achieving life. That time? That time.
So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
It says a lot that without his memory, he was trying to stand up to injustice. Like, that's more a core part of him.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
Nah, my head's pretty much straight.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone?
Okay, Mom.
Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
The party is disbanded
Do I
again.
even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You have the right to party?
No, you gotta fight for that one.
I've got to fight for my right to party! Also, hi Jade, and good morning, Jules.
Gotta fight for my right to not get DMCA struck.
Look, it won't happen because I'm not good enough of a singer.
Hey, we got a fast travel point. Does that mean we can fast travel now?
No.
But the owl forest.
Calm down.
Could you at least check?
There's not even a command for it. Oh.
I mean, you would hit Y to display the map list. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have quests waiting for us. That's a real tragedy. Too soon? Too soon.
Ow. Oh, no, person. I've had to survive a lot of death around me to get to where I am now, both as a slave and on my way to this place. All I want now is to live the rest of my days in peace and quiet. So please, don't cause any trouble while you're here.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful. She's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Well,
Yes, or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
look, you really needed
Well,
one hell of a nap.
I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even
Hi,
bigger
Frank.
fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes
Frank.
we
Hi.
need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Well, Frank did a good job hearing him off.
Yeah. Frank is a good friend.
Yeah.
Where the hell are we? I see all kinds of trees around here I don't recognize. Is there any hope for us ever getting back to Mahag Sar?
Rip.
But you did see the shiny.
Yes. I guess that's where we came from.
Mm-hmm. Do you see the other shinies? After that nasty shipwreck, I'm surprised I'm still alive. Shinies? Shinies! Wow, game telling us to get a life.
You're reading too much into it.
Wow, you telling me to stop reading? Who's Dohalim? Pretty sure that was Frank.
You don't want to use someone's dead name. Like Dohalim.
Good.
That's terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Which is why I didn't make it. Good. I don't
Sorry,
see anything.
everyone.
I don't see anything here that's spoiling or poisonous. It's important that we inspect everything we eat here carefully. There are no doctors or medicine here, so one wrong move and we're in trouble.
Don't worry, I've already made all the wrong moves in the stream so far. Is there anything I missed?
The quest targets. Are you one of the refugees from Pelagion? Pelagion? If so, I need to warn you about something. Our village is secret. For everyone's safety, don't do anything that could attract any Renin attention, alright? It's extremely important. Bad news.
We'll talk to her later.
I tried looking everywhere for him, but I can't find Mahavar. Damn it. Why do you have to be the only one to have to go down with the ship? Isn't he the captain?
Fucking rip.
I mean, that'd be why. Please, just lay some eggs already. I want to eat something other than fish for once in my life.
I guess that's...
Ah, back to exploring this room.
Yeah, just... I thought there might have been NPCs after refreshing the room. Since it was used as an end spot. Alright. I will go to her last.
Do you not want to talk to that NPC?
I'll talk to this one first.
The coastline up ahead is swarming with Zeugles. I won't stop you from going, but don't bring any of them back to the village. Turn to the right.
Yeah, I
Your
know.
other right.
I know.
You-
I know.
No, you already talked to that one.
I know there's this one. Oh shit, you really wanted to talk to this old man.
Well, you were going around talking to everyone, then you bump into him and it's like, nah. Nah, I'm not gonna talk to him. Seems like there's been a big shipwreck. People and things keep washing in with the tide lately.
And I took the...
So, you know, it made me think maybe you were looking at something else when you bumped into him. And didn't know who I was talking about.
Since I need a progress, I should be fine to enter here.
This village was founded by survivors who fled the regime in Pelagion. Pelagion? Yeah. They left in search of a better life away from the repressive rule of the Rena, and ultimately settled upon here. It's been years since any more deserters have arrived from there, however. We're not even sure how long at this point. What could have happened there that stopped the flow of people, I wonder? Are you outsiders? I've never seen anyone who's not from this realm before. Yeah, our grandpa told us never to talk to guys like you because you're scary and mean. Could you look at the boy again? The haircut reminds me of Dora. One of the reasons why this is the perfect place to hide is because of the mountains surrounding here. They shield us from the Rena's eyes.
I can't even claim to not be scary or mean.
I'm not mean.
I can't claim it. Not after this stream. Oh.
I can't claim to not be scary, but I'm not mean.
There.
Did you not want to use the map to find
All
her?
this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
Glad we're talking
What
about this in the open.
hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is
Someone clairvoyant?
that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
And probably slightly mentally broken after, you know, Alphen's pain tolerance kind of vanished. Take it from me. It's really all... Yeah, it's really hard to be all alone. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We should be thinking about what needs to be done. You saw her last, then?
Yeah. That way if there's any cutscene triggers. With this horse, then...
I've never met any Danans before that didn't originally escape from Pelagion. You're not, going to rat us out to the Rena, are you? Just making sure.
These people being properly paranoid.
Don't just take food without asking. Our crops are a vital resource that have... That's why I stumbled, because there is a typo there. Our crops are a vital resource that have be shared with everyone here.
Come on.
It makes me stumble every time.
I could jump again.
This harvest looks like it's growing nice and healthy. These are going to taste great once they're ready to be eaten. We get by here mostly on fishing and what few fields we're able to cultivate in the village. Sometimes we hunt and forage for fruits in the forest too, but that's a risky proposition, so we can't afford to go there as much as we'd like.
That's probably going to be a quest.
Once you escape Pelagion, you have to cross through marshlands, waterfalls, and forests before finally ending up here. The only thing left after that is ocean. There's nowhere else left to run, so if the Renans ever find us, we'll be in real trouble.
I feel like this is foreshadowing.
If you make it through Shinefall Woods and then go past Aurium Falls, you can see Pelagion out in the distance. Although just thinking about seeing that castle sends shivers down my spine, so it's not exactly a trip that I recommend taking, personally. What? You don't recommend going back to the area that you escaped from?
Crazy.
What?
Don't get that nonsense out of here. That's all.
Flesh.
Yeah, no kidding. What happens if you try leaving?
What will I even accomplish going alone?
I triggered the examine.
Star hair clip.
So we tried to escape.
What will I even accomplish going alone?
Whatever you do, you could go brag about it.
But what will I even accomplish going alone?
We'll figure it out along the way.
Will you have the dude who always requests you gather ingredients for a weird dish? Almost
Alphen.
definitely.
Are we gonna go rescue Xion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Law, dude.
Do I even
chill.
have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Xion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere too?
To be fair,
Fine,
Alphen's still here.
I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Xion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again.
but the
I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Xion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me. That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now I'm gonna ask you this.
Real friend.
Are you serious about rescuing Xion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Xion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this,
Yeah,
Alphen.
yeah, don't mention that I
believe in
you know,
you.
yelled at you. Please. It's okay if you forget this one.
I feel like that actually snapped him of it a little bit.
Yeah. I believe in you, Alphen. I don't know, sometimes that is just kind of what you need.
Yeah, very precision yelling.
Just some kind of shock to be like, oh, yeah, no, think about things again.
System Shock 2?
Isn't that already a game?
Yes.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Xion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan
Surprise,
society
surprise.
itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? I might as well give up?
She's going somewhere
I'm
else with
saying
this.
you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen.
Yeah, the guilt
Do you
helps.
understand?
Wait.
If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on
No,
living,
that starts to sound
then damn it,
religious-y.
Alphen, so the hell
You're
are you.
supposed to feel guilt.
But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been
Insert
fighting
zero
for,
meme
huh?
here. You were thinking it.
Back to the inn, I guess.
What's her last snippet? I think now would be a good time for you to reflect on things. But no, you were thinking it.
No, I am not going to say that I'm thinking it.
But you were thinking it.
You're impossible.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zoogles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Can I choose never?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back!
Yes,
Now
I don't
let's
know.
do this!
Yay, we got Shion back.
You just need a little reset, that's all.
What was the title called?
Bumbling fighter extraordinaire.
Nice. Increase my Inferno Punch. Huh.
Alright.
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
We're done for. Everyone's going to die. Why are there Zeugles here all of a sudden? Why now? Here we go talking again. Get inside, hurry. I guess we'll get to fighting the Zeugles after the break.
Looks like everyone's going inside.
Even if we tried to flee on horseback, there's too many people to evacuate. And just where are we supposed to flee to? Has anyone thought about that?
Kind of a last chance.
I had such a good harvest coming along until those Zeugles had to come in and ruin it.
Haven't done it yet.
Crap, this is bad news. We've got to run. Now. This village doesn't stand a chance. We don't even have weapons to defend ourselves. Or boats, for that matter. Are we all just going to have to jump in the ocean and pray for the best? I've never had to worry about Zeugles showing up here before, so why now?
Oh, this is going to turn on us as soon as we cleanse them.
Zeugles are coming. Did the Rinna finally sniff this village out? We have nowhere else to go. This village is all we have.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come.
Yeah, he's really back. Oh, hey.
Can't let even a single one through.
There's a firm no Zoogle policy.
Might want to switch Dohalim in so you have a healer.
I want to listen to dialogue real quick. Okay, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I need my tank. Huh. Oh, that's the wrong target. Oh, that's kind of a problem.
more for the stockpile.
I'll take you all on. Ha!
Alvin's diminished power set's a little bit to adjust to.
I mean, all you can't do is the flame strikes.
Yeah. And also your boost attacks aren't as good in a lot of ways.
We'll soon see about
Sorry. Hey, you might need to revive your healer.
Yeah.
We never got a chance to restock on items, did we?
There's no shops either.
Ooh. So if you
Do I do not have my thing?
No. It requires the blazing sword.
I just thought he would have a default one without it.
You know, I kind of like how there's room for aggressive fiddles in game music.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's
Depends
good
on who you
motivation
ask.
to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done
Like
for
sassy
us.
Alphen.
Mm-hmm. They're probably pissed with you guys.
You know, this Limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
Well, good news. Almadria is
won't
not going to do it
happen here.
again.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something.
Everyone should have friends that make you feel like you're worth something.
And I won't lose that. Not ever again.
Sorry that we can't do that.
With everything I have.
Damn.
That's why I need to keep
It's
fighting.
okay. You'll improve.
But Xion comes first.
Yeah.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
1 on 4 is not good odds, mate.
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Use a wake-up call thing.
Our
Training
next stop
regimen.
will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Well, as far as mental space goes, Iance is a better climber than I am, so good thing I'm not doing that.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Maybe there's a shop now.
Can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
No,
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
No. Stop. Stop. Okay, good.
Let's continue.
We will continue
Bye,
in a
everybody.
few minutes.
To see you, and to see you in around.
See you in a few, everyone. Rah!
All said, I feel like I got pretty decent sleep.
That's good. Oh, yeah, I guess I have to tab back in, don't I?
Yeah. You're missing those weekend sessions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we
Aw.
can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
they almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
Traveling
When
with
you live
Renan.
life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
Yeah.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon.
Ah. Sedate them. Got it. That's not what I was supposed to
Something's
take
on
away
your
from
mind.
that, is it?
You having second
No.
thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almadria was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
Yes.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almadria was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone.
Hey, look, it's
all
acceptable
so
apathy.
confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Wait a minute.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel
Kind of debasing the
disoriented.
fundamentals of
You
your
didn't
life.
give in to the hatred you felt for Almadria. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Kisara and Alvin are basically the top team mom and dad. Food?
Okay.
You people know how to fight. Bless you. You people know how to fight Zeugles, yeah? 'Cause I've got a big favor to ask. You do indeed appear to be in dire straits. I could have sworn we already wiped out all the Zeugles that were trying to get into this village, though.
Probably more.
Oh, you did. These Zeugles ain't trying to attack us. They're stealing our fish. Your fish?
An
Yeah.
attack on our stomachs is our attack on our lives.
Yeah, these ape zeugles, they've got huge arms, which they use to smash the surface of the water and create these big shockwaves. They do that to stun the fish, which makes them float to the surface and ripe for the taking.
Damn it.
Somehow they learned how to do that recently, and they've gotten damn good at it, because it's making the rest of us go hungry. That's quite the pickle you're in.
What?
Damn straight it is. They ain't like these fish grow on trees. That sort of fishing ain't good for our waters.
Is that so?
Oh, so that's your point of contention. The manner in which they fish, not the actual fishing part. You guys are the only ones that have what it takes to drive those crazy monkeys out. Can we count on you to help? No, we can't right now.
Okay.
Absolutely. We'll sort out these fishy fishing zeugles once and for all. I couldn't have put it better myself. As a fisher herself, this case has gotten her quite fired up, as you can see.
Great job.
It's mighty kind of you to help us out, ma'am. Sorry to lay this on your feet, but we greatly appreciate it.
Do you want the control then?
For a few moments, at least.
Alright. You can talk to everyone.
Teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Looks like you have your waypoints back.
I don't know what we'd have done without you Outlanders. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I owe you all my life. A heartfelt thank you.
I swear it's hit and miss whether they'll be thankful or resentful on situations like these. Can't access Owl Forest, huh?
Can't access anywhere outside of this specific place.
Huh, you can't access these places. Strange. Oh, we get to double check the dwellings and ends.
Seagull's doing dynamite fishing.
I'm not wrong.
Yes. Don't have anything amazing or special, but if you see something you need, I'd be happy to share it with you. Share, you know?
Better stock up on those life bottles. We don't have a backup if we lose our healer. I remember some D&D adventurers have this idea where they keep a potion around their neck for their cleric. So if a cleric goes down, someone can rush over to them and get them to drink that potion.
Do I get 15?
10.
Oh, you specified calling up the life bottles, like, oh, are we getting more than normal?
I was saying to make sure to get that. Look at how low our gold is.
Consumables. Nothing excessive. Materials.
I think that they would fetch a better price here. Not to be exploitative.
I'm gonna sell down to 40.
Yeah. We don't eat food nearly fast enough. We could sell down to 10 and be fine.
Most likely, but
Let's not go overboard.
that'd be the time when we want whatever we just sold down to.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely read that wrong. My mind overlaid demi-human talon and demi-human muscle, and I read that as demi-human testicle.
Got to know that Elizda's not the only one with the pause today.
Oops, did an unplanned nap.
Well, I hope you had an unplanned Well, good rest.
Not the longest nap we've heard of recently. This one guy slept for like 300 years.
Yeah, maybe even more. It's crazy.
We're actually getting a lot of money off of selling down to 40.
Yeah.
Huh. Don't want to sell weapons. Don't want to sell armor.
Make sure not to sell any crystals.
Sell all the crystals.
Don't sell the crystals. I wonder how the game stores the crystals.
I'm gonna hold off on
You can
armor.
never be too
until
prepared. But did we
check it.
have to spend so much?
Wait. Spend so much. Technically, we're out like 1,500 compared to what we started with.
Yeah, we have a bit of surplus.
Cause see, these costs monies. So I didn't want to spend it all on the armor quite yet. Is it just the miscellaneous materials we're missing? Okay.
Looks like we need the local materials.
Craft and equip.
We can't even get a new shield.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Actually, have we gotten any... We have not gotten any Transcendent Pebbles. Fours. 3, 3, 3. Fours. Bunch of fours. Are you sure you don't want to sell off any of the crystals?
Why would you have us off crystals?
Because money?
We could fuse them into our accessories if we really need to use them.
Our accessories are already maxed out. These are all just going unused.
They're going saved. Preserved, if you will.
We do not have enough to get all 5 of these.
Do you have ores that are not crystals?
No.
Oh, what a shame.
Alright, so you're going to be using,
Kisara.
Okay. Then
That was not even a question.
definitely that. Who else is going to be in the main party? Dohalim? Because medic?
Yeah.
Okay, can get one more.
Mage is a popular choice in the warrior. Are we going with the warrior or the monk?
Oh, so definitely mage, though?
Mage is a standard.
Then we don't have to care about these two yet, because we don't have the money for it. Simple.
If you had Elizda, it would be Alphen that was a definitive.
Oh, yeah. No more quests to pick up around here. Okay. And then you wanted to check the dwelling.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope it was a good nap. Jack. Why am I constantly trying to conflate names lately?
Ja. One more job for the table. One more job for the run.
Ja.
Ja.
Jack and Drake. Jack and Drake. Jack and Drake. And Jade, if Jade's still poking around. Watching us struggle through this.
Good question.
And Jules. Jules might be around
Yep.
So Jules had Leo around.
Leo's with Jules, so she might be hanging out with Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects.
Welcome back, Jules.
Hanging in there, Hoodle?
That's Drake. Now we need
It's
someone
brutal,
actually named
all right.
Jake.
I
Where
can
did
feel
Jules
my
talk
energy
to?
being drained away
I'm
just
back.
by walking.
Quote unquote.
Oh.
All this
OBS being slow.
vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring.
Welcome back, Jules.
That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
No.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Is he going to become masochistic? That would be a thing. Okay, I can't. Alright, this is just a law.
You have to defeat 4 of the gorilla Zoogles, I believe it said.
I have to keep that in mind. Thermal rock.
And barbed crystal. And fish. I just walked Leo to the station, then meeting someone for coffee and footing, so I'm here for the
fishing
meeting.
yet? Boring.
I slept in my bed the whole
need
night. Sometimes Leo was
patience to
sleeping
fish.
difficulties. Aw. Daisy showed excitement when she realized the stranger was just Leo, which was so cute.
Alright, so.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one.
Ganatheros catfish. AX.
Wanna record these combos?
Why? You're gonna be double checking them every time you're changing lure anyways.
There we go.
Oh, left. It's letters that throw us off.
I'll
Oh,
catch
thanks for the
something bigger
hydrate,
next
Jules.
time.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
Oh!
You did not get the fish you thought you were getting.
Yeah.
Remember, A and X.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
That should be it.
Apparently Barrel felt it because he didn't even complain when I was twisting something in his neck. Ooh. Well, it's good for the cat's alright.
Alright.
That's not a fish I see often.
Wow, what an awesome fish you caught!
Yeah. Oh, not changing lures?
Nah.
Trying to get another of the same?
Just generally catfishing. Enjoying myself. You got that, Duty?
What?
Oh, you don't have a message yet. Jack's asking to be caught up. Come on, I got you.
Why is Why am I getting slow
Looks like I
messages on
hooked a pretty
my
rare
in
fish.
general?
There certainly are a wide array of fish on Dana.
Sketch me up. Weird guy turned out to be a lord. You felt pain again. Ship sank. Weird dream sequence. Woke up on beach alone. Alphen was apparently alive 300-ish years ago. And now he's motivated to find Shion again and do stuff. Because he was feeling bad about it for everything. You know, like the murders.
Okay, change of plans.
You failed so much.
No, I canceled.
Oh, and then we defended the village from some Zoogles. You missed all the bits about everyone talking to Alphen and trying to cheer him up. Convince him, hey, you're not a bad person. People who did this to you are bad people. And that was less dream sequence, more.
Oh,
Less dream sequence, more. Oh, hey, memories.
why are the left and right buncher symbols the same?
Because they're the same shaped buttons?
Be nice if they adjusted it.
Got something.
Under what, like, what standard would they adjust it?
Maybe add a flare of some kind.
Maybe if they added something on the button so you knew whether it was the right or the left.
That would be appreciated too.
Yeah, like RT or LT.
Not lettering.
Letters are just symbols.
Yeah, on it. It doesn't change the silhouette. And that's a problem.
Where should I cast my line?
Ganeth, tricolored and green. Okay. Oh, back up. Green pike.
Thanks.
A and Y.
Alright.
So bottom and top.
Oh, we've got a lively one.
Yes. Eyes do, sadly, but considering the size, we'll probably show some symptoms for now. He's just hungry and cuddly.
They won't get away from me.
Breaks free last moment. Good job.
I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
You tamed a real beast.
Wait, that wasn't... I mean, it's something new, but that wasn't... Okay, A and Y still.
Reel it in.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's not a fish I see often.
There
That's the one
certainly
you were
are
going
a wide
for.
array of fish on Dana.
All right.
I'm living on the edge with this one. Yes!
That's not a fish I see often.
Another
Wow, what an awesome fish you caught!
record.
You're only missing one more. Ganatheros piranha. That's catfish.
Catfish.
Yeah. There it is. And now you want YA.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. There we go.
This should be it.
Hopefully. You did miss a couple.
Simple.
I'll catch something bigger next time.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
And that's all the fish. Good job.
I've acquired everything I needed.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Good luck.
What, you don't want to fight the gorillas?
I handed back the controller. It'd be rude of me to take it back.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
As much as I appreciate your pacifism, we should have taken out those apes from earlier.
Oh.
Don't worry, we could take the other path back. Oh, after we get the L on the left side. There.
Yeah, but what angle do we have to go at for it?
We might have to get to that elevation.
Yeah. Which would be around that way.
Of course, pacifism. It's especially affordable in this economy. Left eye patch.
What, we already have a left eye patch.
What?
A right bandage.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, white eye patch.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
By the way, how is your eye feeling?
Better than yesterday.
Still not 100%?
Still not 100%.
Hopefully didn't cause damage permanently.
So, was I right in being careful walking along here? I was.
You rolled right into it.
Yes. As I'm targeting, it's like, okay, you're on the ground. You're on the ground. You're not.
Just as well, I'm here to stop. This one's mine. Go again. Shield and face.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes!
Economy? This economy? It's more likely than you think.
Here we go again! I'll tear you apart! Watch this!
Now!
Here goes!
No chance. Piercing raw. This one's mine.
I can feel my power growing!
Yay! Oh, hey, Alphen leveled up. Okay. What path? What path? Yeah, just take this path back down. Yay, we got rice. Barbed crystal. And barbed crystal. So back up this way and then down. Got it. Just when I should put my sunglasses on. I'm already wearing them. Why is it so bright? God, my safety is trick. Oh, that's rude.
My way.
Time to let it rip!
Crescent move. I'll take out the leg with my shield. I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
No chance.
I'll be saving this one.
Here, let me help. I'm on a roll now. Time to shine. Tiger blade.
Oh, I know what's wrong. Dohalim never got switched in properly. Why can I not Guardian Field? Oh, because I was shielding. Heh. I forgot that's one you can't use while shielding.
Rotating pile driver.
Light up the dark. I'm ready to go. Look shot. I'm ready. We're still standing. Barely.
What's this thing?
There it is. That's our target.
And I'm back.
And she's done talking sweet nothings to me with the mic muted. So, I figured out what part of the issue was.
Is he still on no healing?
No, you never switched him in properly. You only switched him in mid-battle.
I thought we switched him in properly. Okay.
No.
Well, that's gonna make healing very hard.
You get to deal with the gorilla.
You would have me fight.
Yes. You had me fight.
You have no problem fighting.
I don't want to kill Harambe.
I don't want to kill anything.
What, are you gonna claim to be a pacifist too now?
I always happened. This is a difficult situation.
Don't forget you can actually heal yourself, just not while shielding.
Oh, that is not a healing effect. That is in fact a very killing effect.
Left trigger top button while not shielding.
Guardian Field. How'd I miss it? I was looking for that name.
Allow me to help you.
Would it be good to use Dohalim's boost attack, break attack?
They're basically dead already.
Maybe on the next ones then.
You're right. I'm no good with this.
I drink coffee and Coke Zero, just in summer. Wait, the Earth's not a globe. Sillies.
I have to adjust around my weaknesses. You came from this way?
Yeah, I came from that way.
So you already went through here?
I went up. I haven't gone all the way up into that end point there.
But so far, that's the only thing we have uncovered?
Yeah, basically once this branch connects back with the other part of the main one, that's where I stopped exploring.
Good idea. We don't have to fight these.
You are if they're gonna run into you from behind. For instance. I honestly would have loved it if they hit you right then.
Oh,
Say,
you're
check
already
back in on
milking
the
it.
ranch.
Oh,
Zeugles aren't the only thing you have to watch out for. Mother Dana can be just as cruel, too. I'll do whatever I can to help, though.
nice.
Sheep. Oh, and 4. So I would just do sheep on all 4
Okay.
on Miracle Feed. Yeah. You can
Yeah.
just hit up. Yeah. Mostly because we haven't done sheep before, so might as well just sheep them all.
Lots of hottest.
I haven't bothered changing the guard.
No reason to lower the guard, it seems.
Yeah.
Acquisitions?
Well, they do really good special effects to convince us New Zealand is real. If Earth was a globe, you wouldn't be able to flush the toilet? I want to hope that's just something random you came up with, but I feel like that's an actual argument somewhere.
Yes, that is a joke.
Like, I feel like I've heard something similar as an actual argument. Ooh, Astro Crystal.
Yep. Humors. Sell a Sparkman.
It was the first one you got after dropping down there.
I know, but still saw shimmering.
Did you want to rest at the campfire?
We could use
Besides, then we can get food effects. The actual argument is that the water in the toilet would swirl the other way because of the Coriolis effect. Maybe that's what I've
My
heard.
body seems to be doing okay.
If the Earth was a globe, all the water would run to the bottom. Oh no.
You'll boost heal HP after battle.
I think there's a stronger one closer to the bottom of the list from Kisara. Yeah, heal HP L.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much needed energy.
Ooh, people to talk to.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Can I get talk to anyone
Sorry
else?
for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
He seems to have relaxed a lot
Alphen.
more too.
When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that.
She's
I
approving on
simply
that
didn't want to
aspect.
face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
Sometimes
It's
it's not a really
strange.
bad thing.
Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right.
Yeah. Isn't it a
Maybe
bit
it was a
optimistic
mistake
to
when
expect
Menancia-
major change after
No.
such a short
When
period
I
of time?
decided to stop seeing
We are
the
busy
darkness in our
listening.
society. I
Huh.
have to admit the
Crazy.
truth.
We are busy listening to
To
this
myself,
cutscene.
first of all.
Crazy talk.
Oh man, I missed part of a cutscene. We better watch the cutscene talk. I did actually want to hear what this.
Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
We have got to go on. There's no time for discussion.
Who would have thought, you know, trying to change something that's been ingrained for so long
Oh look, the apes are still around.
in such a short period of time.
We have a conflict to get over with. Let's remain focused on these matters at hand.
The matter in my hand is skin.
Yes, let's keep our skin and wits about us.
Keep our skin and wits about us. I like that, actually.
You know what's good for
I
you.
do like that. Oh, there's no escaping.
I'll be saving this one. The wise warrior knows when to call it quits.
I don't know why that sounds like it works so well. Keep your skin and wits about you.
Thank you, I'm glad you like it. Alright. I'll have to go down there.
There's only 5 of them. You can take them.
I could. Or they could live peacefully.
Or they can trap you in here.
I could figure something out.
You know what? I like this idea of not letting us flee. A significant number of globe Earth theories seem to discount the existence of gravity. What?
You heard the man.
Because, you know, if gravity was real and we were globe, all water sink to bottom.
Exactly. Everything go wrong. How could people live upside down?
Hey, look, 2 more gorillas.
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
Must we?
Yes. I have confidence in your abilities.
I have perfectly good confidence in my abilities. That is not what's a question around here, is it?
I like how it's on their fists as well.
Going in. Plenty left.
In an instant!
I feel sprightlier than before.
See? Was that so painful?
Yes. Of course, you actually have it pretty well. I don't know how anyone is fooled. Duh. You get it. You get it. You just entirely get it. It's
The logical nonsense 3 is kind of painful.
it's
Did
what
you
you
get
might
the
call.
third one?
Yeah.
Okay, it just looked like it didn't for some reason.
It's whatchamacallit when things sort out the displacement stuff. Like how oil's on top of water. Forgetting the term.
It's not coming to my mind. I know it's density related.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows, namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
He did the same thing to Shion too.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've
We're
told you
flat
a
Earth
million
string now,
times
just
already,
for the
I
record.
wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
Seems to be.
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
So
In which case,
the amnesia is an
maybe it was the
unintended side
mask
effect.
numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
You know, I still
I really
agree
hope Shion's
that
okay.
the strongest
why you're
argument against the
concerned.
flat Earth I've heard.
But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Sorry, I keep setting it
Yeah,
on the desk.
you're right.
Sorry, Drake.
Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
I hate that I can't remember the physics effect.
But no, the strongest argument against the flat Earth that I remember hearing is that if the Earth were flat, cats would try to push something off of it. Clearly, that's not the case. Therefore, round Earth.
Huh.
Nope.
But yes,
on purpose.
I'm going to go ahead and say what it is I was trying to say. So the effect in physics where
Done. This is sure to give the others some much
Fluids.
needed energy.
change elevation according to like
Density, according
yeah,
to
density. Yeah, they think that's why gravity works.
or what works instead of gravity.
6,
Oh,
7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely need to find a heavier weight.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Potential energy? No,
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
density somehow exists without gravity. It's very impressive. But we will get back to this after a short break.
yeah.
Dun dun dun. Hope to see you all after the break, and we'll figure out more about Alphen's past. Ooh. I like how they're back in the party now. In the background image. Alright. See you in a few. Why is there a water bottle being sold for 85? I definitely need a break seeing that.
Alright, let's get a proper fighter in this stream.
Hey, what does that mean?
What does what mean?
Are you saying I'm not a proper fighter?
Nah,
Bitch.
I'm considered one sometimes, yes.
What, a proper fighter? Nah.
Alright, let's get the mage out.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Blah, blah,
Why
blah,
do you wanna
magic.
know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on. Are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of.
And you wanted to get rid of the mage.
Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can
That's
ask it to,
law. She just said no.
predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false. Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Damn.
And you wanted to remove the mage.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
There's
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things
That.
back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares?
nightmares keep
Why?
memories fresh.
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
You said it, not
But
me.
it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms. You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
You know, this is a good
Wow.
game for Cyberthos to play through.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm one of the ones with the least baggage, so this is a bad time for this to come up.
Ah, yes, true. You are the only one who's going to get anything out of these messages since you're fronting.
I think they're going to listen.
You know what? You make a good point there. No.
Alright, this looks like an interesting area. Quite fancy.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will.
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go.
The
Is it
greater
just me,
good.
Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though, there are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin.
Yay, character
At least
growth.
I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear, right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though, not so much a fan of that.
Damn.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Dohalim just can't win. Not a spear, not a lance, but a blade will do any day, I guess.
I mean, you could always use Dohalim. Fight with a staff.
It doesn't feel even remotely close. It's even further than a sword, if you ask me.
Seriously? Is this
Eh,
a joke?
spearish, lance-ish. Ish.
I suppose it is worth noting that. I guess it is worth noting that he uses it as the end of a spear sometimes. I'll have to fix this after, but. I wonder if I could net them while they're down. Nah, it doesn't seem like any kind of effect.
I don't think you get a visible effect from it unless it's the enemies that are specifically agile.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can handle anything.
Can you take it?
Yes, but remember, if you hold left trigger and hit X, it uses Alphen's best
This should
attack.
come in handy when crafting weapons.
Don't I want to know?
Also, you need to fix Ruin being left.
Yeah, I'll do that when I get up. Think so.
Mm-hmm.
This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you?
Oh.
Oh. Right.
Ouch.
You're
That.
not even damaged, Alphen. You're not even damaged.
Phantom Pain. For the greater good. Stop saying that! For the greater good.
What about for the lesser good? Why does everyone only care about the greater good? You know, the lesser good needs some love as well.
Greater good is the only thing that those people think about. Okay, I can't drop down to lower place.
Hey, like,
Alright, let's take these on.
Dohalim will work on these.
Yeah. God damn it.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Well, not when you're in the air.
No charges. It really is.
I'll crush you!
Yeah, left trigger and X.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You just want to use the dragon move, don't you?
It is his best move.
In an instant! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
I like that.
Eagle fly! Slap him! This is looking good. Lunar arc!
I should be of some use to us now.
The cheddar
You were
good.
exactly dead weight before.
Except in regard to doing basic chores.
Damn.
The brutal critical hits keep going.
Can I spin the SP? I've seen the Kisara's SP accumulated thing so much
Hit the recovery at least.
afterwards.
Fine. Yes, thanks, Jack.
The grateful food.
Also, he put a message in memes of media.
Oh, jeez. Subquest missing lover. Artifact types acquired. Gonna need you to stop dying.
Sorry, it's just a memory trigger.
Memory trigger is no excuse for dying.
Yeah, it's just I was swallowing my coffee and I saw the copper retriever joke.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to check this out real quick then before you get.
No, you
control
can
back.
you just watch it after stream.
Joke killed Cyberthos, but it's for the greater good.
It's whatever takes out to mitigate is good for anything else, right? I hear Mira and a bit of got into a scuffle. Do you hear anything about it?
What's up?
Oh, I guess not.
I didn't catch.
Oh. Apparently Mira and a bit of cake got in a small scuffle.
What'd you do this time, a bit? So I'm 100% blaming a bit for this.
See what you've got.
Alright. Thanks for that correction, by the way.
You picked the wrong fight.
Oh.
Wow.
Protect the casters all. I get it. Why use such a unreliable combat method anyways?
I mean, they should have magic that's instant cast.
You picked the wrong fight.
Excuse me. They should have arts that are instantly cast. Not magic, arts.
That's what I like to hear.
Arts are fine. Magic, no. Cool, Gels.
Next time we get to a camp, we should have some weapon crafting options to recognize some of those material names.
Oh, we good to keep in mind.
Yay, silver chunks. More stuff to sell.
I was about to get to you anyways.
Also, Abita hasn't been on this stream, and I've not seen a single puppy murder. Coincidence? I think not.
Probably not.
Definitely not a coincidence. Abita only comes around for puppy murder.
It's almost too strong. Then I'll split it up. Be my guest.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Let's keep up the pace.
Ah.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Alright.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Excuse me, a survivor? Who said you could do that?
My best. Armor won't save you.
Look sharp.
one, Alphin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
I wonder if a boost art specifically don't use any of Alphin's flaming sword for this scene.
I thought they did with, yeah, with Rinwell it does. Because Rinwell does other elements.
All right, and he complements it with the.
So yeah, try doing strikes with Rinwell. See if you can get that to trigger.
Hey, Shion could do. Oh. Oh. I
Reflex.
went for the first one available. Oh, these are fucking casters too.
Remember, left trigger, left.
Yeah.
Oh. Law's getting picked for everything.
Law's a very popular guy.
I wonder if we can
Apparently.
make new weapons with this.
Do you think there'd be an owl around here? Just get that inkling.
Wait, what's Splatoon have to do with this?
Everything.
Ah.
You know, I can appreciate Redwall being an anti-mage. Not to go too hard into it, but
What? You appreciate anti-magic? Gas.
slightly.
Do I know some manga series for you?
Coincidentally, I've been wanting to get your mama reading. If you have recommendations, how can I turn it down coincidentally?
I would have to try to remember the actual name, but there's a couple that come to mind. It's like, oh hey, you know, magic, except anti-magic.
There just seemed to be a weird surge of manga about, oh, this place is all about magic, but suddenly someone shows up and they're this absurdly low rank. But the, all right,
Oh no, that one normally uses the blazing sword as well.
Oh, so maybe they just take out the blazing sword from the animations.
Maybe so.
But yeah, there just was a thing where there were several anime and manga that were like, okay, this place is all about mages. This one person can't perform worth anything. Oh, coincidentally, it's because he can't use magic, but because he could use anti-magic, he tops out anyways. And all the girls like him. It was like a sub-genre of the harem genre. It's very odd.
Mashal is about someone without magic.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a
No,
pulp.
he's just doing monk things.
Not gonna lie, waterfall like that probably would be great to just stand under. Actually do the monk things.
Low elevation waterfall. Maybe. I wonder if that's just a thing. Not like a shower, but actually a fountain set up. So you have like a linear splash of water.
Mashal doesn't have anti-magic. He has muscles. Imagine having a harem of only girls. Also, I kind of dislike that it's called a reverse harem if it's a bunch of guys.
Yeah, there's actually no difference.
It's not a reverse harem, it's just a harem.
Oh. I think we're getting a lot of repeats because the game is hard coding certain combinations so that I could avoid accidentally triggering ones. No, because you had Alpha Dolems.
Well, Alphen doesn't actually use the blazing sword in the Alphen Doleem one,
Yeah.
but you had Alphen Law.
Yeah, Dolphin Law broke the pattern.
I see, but for a moment.
Oh, I'm thinking of another anime now.
I hate to break it to you, man, but what you're saying isn't deep at all.
There was a haiku though.
Thanks for IQ.
But no, Alphen Law just made me think Alphen Lead. Elfen Lead?
Elfin Lead.
Yeah,
Really? Have you read that one?
I've watched it.
You poor soul.
Oh, it was an interesting watch. It was one of the first few anime I actually watched.
Oh wow, that's something to go in on. For everyone's information at home.
I do not recommend it as a starter anime.
Yes. It's a intense anime. Also, one of based from what I understand of retrograde amnesia, it does seem to be, for the most part, a relatively realistic depiction of it. Like, from everything I could figure out, it seems like you can end up just losing more basic memories.
It is actually a fair amount of healing with the food effect. I don't know if you've paid attention to how much healing you get.
Oh, Elfin Lead.
Once you're out of the battle, I'll type it out.
Good thing I don't care about cute. A Nav clone of Igresa. The fuck?
Well, of course not. You never claimed to be a pacifist while, you know, killing stuff.
Rather absurd, isn't it?
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon hurricane!
I'm not done. It's over. Elizda deity. You're mine. Devastation. On your knees.
Well, so
Thought
much
you
for
were
that.
done. I was definitely about to tab out. Oh, Drake got it.
Yeah, the spelling's good.
I think I got recommended Elfen Lied as one of my first anime. Never did get around to watching it.
That's...
That is not an intro anime. Like, I don't regret watching it, but it is not something I would recommend, like, as an intro to anime.
Things not to recommend.
Like,
Rurouni Kenshin's OVAs, Elfin Lead.
in most cases, I wouldn't recommend it. If it's something I know the person would definitely like, and they're specifically requesting something along those lines.
Okay, yeah, there are certain people who would be
Yeah.
good for those kinds. Like, for example, if Cyberthos never watched anime, I think we would be able to watch something like that.
But in general, it is not a starter anime.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know what Tenchi Muyo is.
it's got some old school hang-ups, but I remember it being a good intro anime. I hear the Tenchimuyo series is a really solid one in general. It's just been really long running with multiple series. And the big thing about it is it has like 20 bajillion spin-offs. But it is like quote unquote that era. So I think it
Don't get careless.
I think it had several jokes that make people facepalm these days.
Hmm.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
I think it actually is harem genre. I'm not sure.
Harem or reverse harem?
Harem. I think the
You know it.
Parasite definitely not for everyone.
I've heard,
The intro or otherwise.
I've heard of it. I don't remember what I've heard of it. Punch.
It's a anime that I bet Kate and Mir can relate to. I'll say that much.
Earth Cape.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
Would that be better than what Dohalim has now?
We'll do before we go to.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah, just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
Oh, ladders are terrible. You wanna take over? I've been playing since I started.
Well, don't get as much playtime as I do, which is why I'm more than happy.
I know. I've
Uh,
heard.
Okay. Maybe that's why I was recognizing Tenebris.
Because he has headed staffs.
Because despite it being spelled differently, it's Law's overlimit. Tenebris Claw. Tenebris,
Oh.
Tenebris. It's spelled different. Pronounced slightly different, but...
Hmm.
That's probably why I kept feeling like I've heard it recently. Because I...
Do a quick save. We haven't done one in a while. Oh. Growing up, we enjoyed drama one half.
Run away!
The world's most stereotypical, response, or anime.
Armor won't save you. Dragon Swarm.
You have a ceiling for our age. As if you didn't already for how youthful Nyx is. DBZ, a stereotypical trans anime?
Wait, what? Oh, probably delayed message. Pop up.
This could be useful.
No, I think DBZ is stereotypical anime.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I was specifying trans anime. For trans women, I hear a lot of Sailor Moon and Rama 1/2 being stereotypical intro. I don't. There was this one anime that I think is more entry to trans men. Typically, I forget what it's called. Something Host Club.
Are in High School Host Club?
Yeah, I think that's stereotypical trans man.
Is it really? Huh.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
It was cute to watch. I think I might still have a deck of cards with the backs being Are in High School Host Club.
Like, I think it's something that... Because, like, the main character poses as a guy. That's why what I hear about it, you know?
It's less poses,
What do you say
more
we check back in on the ranch?
gets mistaken just because of how they dress. And, you know, present. They're not trying to pose as a guy, it's just how they come across as.
Might be wrong. I want to know if I'm wrong. Okay, trans masc can be empowering. Don't really feel gendered.
Work is
As in the characters. It's Clamp. There's no gendering. There's just fabulous. There is only fabulous. Work has clearly begun as I have no Wi-Fi. Rip.
Yeah, Jack was gonna lose Wi-Fi or lose internet for an hour.
I'm sorry to hear, Jack. Night, Jack.
Night, Jack. Rest well.
Character in question doesn't identify as either a boy or a girl.
I didn't remember that specific part. It has been many moons since I've watched.
I think it came up when it was first talked about the way the character dresses. And I think that was like given as reasoning just basically up front. Maybe. That would be something that'd be more acceptable to say these days. Don't forget you have to do books for the quest.
Yeah, I think there's only one book left, and I don't know what book it would be because we've already shown Radiant Light, I believe.
I would just do everything you can.
Yeah.
I think it might be Darkwings. No, it can't be. I think the part of a joke of a quest is it's elemental things.
You're gonna be in there. Don't have the money for you all.
Sorry, it's a hard anti on the mage stuff. But it is really not my thing. Unfortunately, as Zacchaeus, I don't have to think about magic.
Selling down to 30.
Aceto and Kirigama are the only two absolutely... Aceto and Kirigama are the only two really magical ones. Not really as much of a thing for Nasilis, Silite, or Zacchaeus. Dragonall kind of, but... Dragons. They do dragon things. That is just upfront it.
Less overt external magic, more happen to be magical.
Magical is just kind of an accent for their power. There's a reason that some iterations of dragon concepts just don't even touch magic. And some dragons are magical because they're divine forces. Not really divine in a godly sense, but more of a sacred sense. Because godly divine is a little more selective than certain backgrounds think they are.
Nope, not cancel. Yay, sheep. More sheep.
But yeah, it's like... I guess Dragonall do miss out on certain things if they don't use their magic.
Gives you better crit chance, but you're also more likely to be crit. Interesting. I don't think we want that, though. You know?
Now I'm stuck thinking about Dragonall.
That's because we're awesome. Heal 5% HP on enemy. Ooh. Ooh.
Well, like in the Alpha system, you guys cover 4 types.
Which one would... Because this sounds like it would be good on Alphen. Especially if we get the Blazing Sword back, which probably will.
regeneratives are really good, especially I think that was like generally regenerative stuff was good for using Alphen in the arena.
Like, the thing is, we would just need to move the CP restoration one to someone else.
Hmm.
But that could probably go on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna see if I know that one, Drake.
Actually, we might not need to put the CP one on someone
think I know that one.
immediately, because this would help mitigate some of that in its own right. Do we want to attack up or crit up if we're gonna throw this on Alphen? Because one of these is crit up, AG recovery speed, and resistance. The other is elemental attack, light damage, and attack.
Thanks, Drake. I did see that and was actually about to comment. It's just that Nyx was in the middle of talking about that. I don't have strong opinions on the accessory. Sorry.
I think this will be better so we can defeat him faster and maybe take less damage. So.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I have nothing. But yeah. Yeah, Wandering Sun is a really major name in that term.
Yeah, I'll go that way. Spirit Bangle to Heal Bangle. The Spirit Bangle have on it CP cost and rare drop. Oh, that's just in general a good bangle to have on. Like, this would drop the crit chance for Dohalim, but CP cost reduction and rare drop rate up, plus recovering CP on enemy defeat. You know what? I think that's worth it still, just to keep on and equipped. Okay, so I did just save, right? Don't you hate that moment of, I just saved. Wait, did I just save?
You do realize that the Stray Altars just like double back like 7 times each time they went through the mines and Fuga, right?
What is this place?
Every time.
Careful. We've got company.
I am so sorry for the timing. Wait, no, it's Wyvern. You're good. Oh, wait, no, that is quadruped. Sorry. That's definitely quadruped posture.
Watch your feet.
Are you
Fall
sure?
from here and it's curtain.
Oh!
Nope.
Okay, the long tail threw me off. Oh, it's a Wyvern! Yeah, I'm glad I gave it to you then.
Make sure on that. And it's wind, so weak to earth. Yep.
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal! So let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
It was nice while it lasted. Hit him where it hurts most.
You know what? Edit. Sorry, Law.
Wonder Egg priority has Transgirl and Torrens Boy representation, but it's magical level. Medical magical level fucked. Oh, fuck. I have never touched it, but I think. Oh.
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
Oh. There was this anime I could think of, but it was a really cutesy one. I can't remember it. There was this relatively recent anime. It was kind of one of those anime that came up in response to Madoka Magico's success. And the theme was like a magical girl arena. I think at one point of the story there is a trans character. But once again, the theme of that anime was Magical Girl Arena. Yeah.
I thought it was still close by because of
Yeah.
the angling. That's unfortunate.
Don't use the one down.
Oh, thanks a heads up. Items.
It's getting ready to attack.
Fucking
Oh,
lasers.
okay, I thought I was gonna stand between. No, those are wide hitting.
Regular oh, you don't have regular
Having
trees.
your regular treats. Ugh. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's what happens.
God damn it.
If only
think-
to get the healing. Oh, and it revived late. Okay, well,
Really dense though, baby.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life. Shine, radiant light, force of regeneration.
I never changed back to that.
Saving this one.
This one's mine.
Raging cascades. In here.
Mhm.
Light astral energy.
Even though it's not like we're having many examples, it is nice that we could talk about like trans representation in anime. Though some of those that we mentioned were just, well, it makes the trans people happy, but it's not explicitly representation.
You let on.
I have to say,
Oh,
for all the people that
stupid whirlwinds.
Their arts were interrupted.
Go, Helene, please. Thanks.
something that I have to say, for as much as people say anime is fucked up and call it degenerate and all that stuff, the anime is the one that's actually supporting a minority. I don't see it in Western media, really. You have to kind of go into the less mainstream corners. Or in High School Host Club, that's a major one. Rama, that's a major one.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best.
Like those are major anime. They aren't out of mainstream, but the trying to think. Like, but you have Celestia is an indie game, so as much as it's a relatively known indie game, it's not really mainstream. And like,
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Yay! Was it a good story, Drake?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
it's like, like it. Like as far as video games go, it feels like representation is still pretty. It's still really bad, and TV shows are outright actively squelched to avoid it representation, and it's really ugly.
Oh, treacherous waterfall.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogl's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
God damn it,
How would
Law.
you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hoodle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Get wings.
Till we magically sprout wings. Let's
You mean
just
like
watch where we're
Dohalim?
stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
Like right there with wings.
The temptation is real to just put accessory wings on everyone. Imagine we could have had wings on everyone before the cutscene.
Can you get across to that chest right there?
Ooh.
We're so high
Was
up.
that a vine you climbed down? To the right?
Yeah. Oh,
Or fall down?
Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch.
oh my gosh, that's great.
I'm so glad that happened.
I was trying to get the trigger for climbing down.
I don't think it was a climb down. It looked more like an arrow down instead of a
Yeah.
ladder.
In hindsight, it definitely was. That's great.
If you hold right trigger.
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here.
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinwell. Positive thinking is everything.
They have been pretty negative. This game's trolling.
It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. And
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right. We don't have time to catch our breath.
Someone's got a lot of pep in his step.
Hey, you asked for it, Law. You asked for him to recover.
I didn't even see what we got for our troubles.
A good time.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
They've all been used.
Yeah.
You'll soon see about that.
You're at your limit, aren't you? Yeah, we're going to call it after this fight, everyone.
Yeah, it's close enough to the end anyways.
Yeah, that'll definitely help my decision. Oh, shh.
Last night was just rough on me in general.
I've used too much.
Alright, good timing.
So you still get the flame effect around it all, despite him not having the blazing blade, which is interesting.
It's a really hot movement. Also electricity and... Yeah, it actually looks like the heat's from the electricity. Though normally fire's part of that too. So it still works.
Wow. Look what I just found.
Alright, yeah, let's go ahead, call.
So yeah, that was fun. We'll continue climbing up the falls next week.
Alright, see ya, everyone.
I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the time zone. Rest well, Jack, if you happen to be around still, but I think he left.
He had to bail because of that connection stuff.
Yeah, rest well, Drake. Rest well, anyone else who happens to be watching. And we'll be back Saturday with Legends Arceus.
Alright, see you later.
Bye, everybody.